Hello and welcome back to Speed Demon Painting. Today we are taking a look at a box set which was sent to me by Warcradle Studios for review, the Order Colossus Squadrons. This is the smallest type of box that Warcradle Studios makes and typically has either two plastic sprues in there or, in case of this one, a bunch of resin bits to make these Order Colossi. Unfortunately, our new puppy decided he wanted to help with the unboxing and decided to gnaw on the side of the box. This isn't how I received it from Warcradle Studios. It's a rather unfortunate chain of events. Now, in terms of contents, you do get the flying stance and the bases. These are the medium-sized bases and 6 flying stands. I ended up using the curved variants, although be mindful, you do want to use the taller variants and not the shortest one. The resin parts to make the colossi themselves come in this rather large bag with a bunch of different sprues in there with a lot of different parts, way more than you'll ever need. One of the bits came undone, one of the knee pads. Be mindful of this can happen with the resin sprues, just be careful when you tip the bag over. Other than that, you get each sprue twice, so that you can make 2 different colossi out of them, with a bunch of different posing options as well for each arm, the weapon systems, etc. You also get 4 different legs, so you can technically make 4 different combinations out of that one as well by pairing 2 of them up. They are divided into left leg and right leg. On top of that, you get some of the bits that go onto the torso, the different head pieces, to make 2 different types of colossi, and then the armor panels that go onto the hips and the shoulders. And then there's these 2 other armor panels, one of which snapped off, which was the one at the knee joint, which can be found missing on this sprue. Again, it's not the end of the world because it just snapped off at the sprue gate, but you do want to be careful when you open up that bag that you don't lose that small little part. Now, in terms of quality, the resin parts are very well cast. They are 2-part molds, so you will have to look out for the mold line. There was a mold line visible on these, but it wasn't exactly too bad. It's also hard resin, so a bit of scraping makes it come off rather easily. And when you cut these bits off the sprue gate, you will of course need to clean that up as well. In terms of mold lines on the sides of the arms, that was pretty okay. There was a bit of flashing on there. Flashing is the bit of resin that gets in between the 2 mold parts, but that definitely scrapes off rather easily. And as you can see, those are the hyper thin parts that are on the sides there. Nothing too difficult, just get a nice sharp craft knife and scrape along the sides of it, and then it should come off rather easily. The same can be said about the arm sprues. Again, bits of flashing on there. You get a couple of different arms too, armed with twin judgment lances, if I'm not mistaken, and then also 2 blades as well, so you can actually swap around how your model is armed with like a blade in the right arm and a gun in the left, or vice versa. And there are also 2 empty hand options for the Qualler, which means that you can have them with either a balled fist or an open. You also get 2 different wings. Now, this one did have some flashing in between, which meant that you had to get your craft knife in between the 2 blades. And then on the torso, this is the back that completes that central torso. It comes with a portal generator and another type, not entirely sure which one that one was. I believe it's the Mirage. But yeah, it all glued together rather easily. I gone ahead and did all of that through the magic of editing, and this is what we ended up with. This is the first one that I've made. You can have a nice open pose on them, and I opted for the clenched fists on this one, and the actual Colossus looking sort of more towards the left. It all went together rather nicely. I mean, the resin, the super glue took to the resin very easily, and yeah, the nice posability of the upper arms meant that I could have the other one in sort of a symmetrical pose as well, with the blade on one hand and it sort of looking down the barrel of the gun with its twin judgment lances. Now, only one small part needs to be glued on, and those are the kneecaps, but after having done so, I decided to paint them up in the Sultanate paint scheme that I had made for the channel. If you want to check out that video, the link is in the comments below, and if you want to see more Dystopian Wars contents, and soon to come, the Armored Clash content, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for those future updates. Now I started off with a base coat of non-metallic, the Scurvy Green from Vallejo, and then went on with a metallic coat, giving this lovely mottled sort of finish onto them. It was a bit difficult airbrushing it on, but I ended up liking it how it came out in the end. And here we have a few still shots of the models when they were finished. Now the one on the left is the Queller. That is the one that actually gives this sort of Helios blast in-game, which is a very close range blast which it can do through a portal and is there to disrupt the enemy forces. The one on the right is the Shaska, and that one is basically no nonsense, ramming your opponent's ships and blasting them, preferably at point blank range, and just making sure that stuff sinks through no nonsense close combat. And there we have it, my review of the Order Colossus squadrons. I really enjoyed putting this box together. The multi-part resin kits went together nicely, and yeah, you do have a lot of pausability on them. I hope you liked the video as well and enjoyed looking at it. Again, if you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!